So, my goal as a teacher in any setting, this setting, in a private lesson, if I'm just talking, but my goal is to try to communicate really clearly to you what my ears are hearing, so that your ears will start to hear things the way that I do, and then you make a decision. Oh, I hear what he's talking about. I don't actually agree, or I think he's right, whatever. But the bottom line is, most of the flute players I work with are really, really gifted. You don't hear a lot of people who aren't hard workers these days. And the thing that happens, you only get good by spending a tremendous amount of time alone in a practice room, isolated. And so what happens is you develop what I call flute ears. Your ears start to accept almost everything that the flute is doing. Your teacher tells you, sharp, flat, you know, this and that. But basically you're playing alone, and most of the time, even a student with phenomenal perfect pitch learns to play out of tune given what the flute gives you. So my job as a teacher, your job as a teacher, because are you doing any teaching yet? Yeah. Your job is to get your young students to hear what you're hearing about tone, about pitch, about rhythm, about all of those things. Your C sharps are sharp. You've heard that a lot. Now what if I charged you $10 for every sharp? How quickly do you think you'd fix that? Very quickly. It's that critical. Are your goals to play flute professionally? Something like that? Yeah. Good. It wouldn't be bad to get paid. Maybe not as your only career option. But think of it this way. Every time I play a note out of tune, it's money down the drain. Potential salary, potential whatever. Or you could send it to me. I don't care. It's still down the drain. So this piece doesn't have a ton of C sharps, but it's got enough that we need to correct this. So let's find the first one. Yep. Okay, bar 10. And let's play a little under tempo. Let's see you just nail it. Ready, go. Okay, so you have to work that hard to make it happen. Don't think that because you have an awareness of it and kind of a general focus on it that it's going to be fixed. You've got to be digging into it all the time. I think in my whole life of teaching, I've only had one student who came to me playing them just like dead on, maybe even better than I do sometimes. So it's really an unusual skill that I want you to cultivate. Now let's talk about, are you playing another movement or just this?
Just this.
Okay, good. The controversy of how do you play Baroque music on a modern flute and stick to the rules? Well, whose rules? I'll give you my opinion, and it's absolutely my opinion. It's not right or wrong. If I'm playing anything on the modern flute, I want to have an awareness of what old flutes used to do, but those old flutes have incredible limitations and a completely different language, a completely different dialect. I respect the players. I just worked with one last week. Played really, really beautifully. I mean, I could not criticize it. I would not like to play the flute that way myself, but it was really beautiful. It feels to me like you're in the middle, kind of playing with your modern flute techniques and modern flute vocabulary, but there are a lot of times that it feels like you're kind of trying to do the Baroque thing. Am I right? Or
Yeah, I'm trying to have the sense that
okay, so what does that have to do with the way you're using your vibrato?
I'm not trying to overdo it. I'm trying to limit it a little bit, but still have it.
Okay, that's good, and I think you're 100% successful on that. Can you hear what she's saying?
No.
Okay.
For my vibrato, I want to have it in the music, but I don't want to overdo it. I want to limit it, but I still want to have it in the music.
Which I think is the right philosophy, and I think you're coming really close to that. However, one of the things that you're doing in trying to use less vibrato, you're basically slowing it down so that it loses some of the spirit of the music. So for example, when you got to this